The Echoes of Silas. Silas sat in his quiet study, looking at an old photograph from decades ago. He used to live a very modest life in the countryside. Back then, he had little money for luxuries, but every word in his journal was filled with hope and excitement. He didn't used to worry about the future as much as he does now. He remembered the summer when he and his sister, Alara, went on a trip to Florida. They brought only one small suitcase between them because they lived temporarily out of their vehicle. It was just a temporary solution for their travels, but they used to sing loudly as they drove down the coast. At their old family cottage, Alara used to fill a heavy bucket with water every morning from the well. The faucet outside was rusty and old, and she often had to tap it gently with a stone to make the water flow. They didn't used to have the convenience of a modern kitchen. Silas used to spend his afternoons working in the vegetable garden. He would harvest beetroot and place them in a neat pile on the grass. He used to put everything in perfect order. Nearby, a heap of dark soil waited to be moved, and he would stack wooden crates against the fence. In those days, Silas used to wear a comfortable blue tracksuit every single day. His hair was often unruly because of the wind, so he would use a broken plastic comb to make it look ruly before walking into town. He didn't used to care about expensive fashion or trends. Alara was always busy with pressing tasks and her own education. She used an hourglass to time her study sessions, keeping her pencils in a simple glass jar on her desk. She used to say that managing time was the most important skill to learn. In the evenings, they would lean in close to each other to whisper their secrets and plans. Silas would glance at his sister, wondering if their parents would approve of their wild dreams to see the world. They used to talk until the sun went down and the stars appeared. Once, during a storm, they had to stay in a makeshift tent in the woods. It was only a provisional home, but the view of the forest was very appealing. Silas used to sit by the entrance with a little money in his pocket, feeling like he had everything he ever needed. Alara used to teach Silas how to use a verb correctly when they practiced their English. She would give him examples, e.g., "I used to run," i.e., explaining it was a habit from the past. Silas worked hard because he wanted to make a good impression on his teachers. One night, a terrifying storm began to spread across the dark fields. Silas was terrified when he tripped over a root and hurt his ankle in the rain. He didn't used to be so clumsy, but that night changed his perspective on how quickly things could change.